Follow what's natural to you. That's what we're talking about today, boys. Because this ends. And every topic is on the table here, so comment a topic down below for me to cover in a future video. And also consider subscribing because it'll help me out a ton, and it also makes my heart smile, bro. I appreciate you. Let's get into it. Follow your own path, bro. And I know that's cheesy, but it's like, bro, look around and you see like, oh, how did this guy do it? You know, no matter what, your outcome's always going to be different than someone else's outcome because you're an individual, bro. No one's exactly like you. Yeah, none of us are necessarily special. I think that's a good, like, humbling thing to realize. But in a sense, you could probably argue that we are special because no one is exactly like you. Your take on a thing, unless you're just an NPC, brain rot, regurgitated social media person, which, sorry if you are, bro, I'm just shooting it straight. And if you're not that guy, you're just a guy who's got, your own views, your own takes, and yeah, they might line up with someone else's. But at the end of the day, man, if you're speaking from your heart, and you're acting from your heart, as cheesy as that sounds, you will end up somewhere that just hasn't been like trekked through, man. It's your own unique journey. And I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true, man. So it's like looking for all this advice and whatnot. Like, it's good to get some like ideas to get your head going, and eventually over time, if that stuck with you, you'll probably word it in a sense that's unique to you. And who knows, man, like someone might be looking to you at some day to be like, how did you do it? Until they find it in themselves that they are their own unique experience. This is their own unique take and, way of life. Till they realize that, you might be the guy to kind of shine that light on them in a sense, And I don't know, man. Hopefully this makes sense, man, because I truly feel this. I truly feel that you just have to follow what comes naturally. Like, what sparks you up? What just feels like something you can actually do that doesn't stress you out? Because, dude, oh man, there's so many people, man, and it makes me feel bad. There's people I care about where they have dreams and stuff and they want to do it, but I'll catch them, not like catch them, but like I'll find them, like watching some stuff of other people, like how they did it. And if you truly have no idea, that makes sense. If you were born today and we're like, bro, how are people making money online? And you might watch a thing. Granted, there's so much free stuff out there to watch. So if you truly know zero, you can watch some free stuff for sure. Granted, those people are probably getting paid, and they're probably running the algorithm of how I made 6 figures in 1 month, and like all that scam stuff, which I mentioned in a video prior to this. But man, at the end of the day, no one's gonna know. You're gonna end up somewhere new, 100%, man. Just be you. Your branding or whatever, your just whole vibe is going to be whatever just came from you, bro. And that can't be replicated if you weren't replicating anyone else. Yeah, you can take a little bit of inspiration, like there's like 13 notes or whatnot, but you can take those notes and create all the different types of music we've heard, from EDM to death metal to country to pop to jazz. Like, it's all the same. It's just using that ingredient, and you're the vehicle, you're the cycle it goes through to come out something natural, something new, something genuine, And I think that's the key, man. I truly think it's the key. And I know we live in a world where that seems like it's not rewarded a lot of the times, because a lot of people are playing the game, playing this thing that works, like top five things you need to know about dating in your 20s or whatnot. And granted, that's a banger title for a video. Maybe I'll use that. But, like little short stuff, and it's like, it's all the same. Feels like it's all the same, man. There was a moment where I was kind of peeking my head in and seeing what was popping off. Like, oh, how does this have 3 million views? And you're like, oh, weird. This seems like, this gives me like deja vu of another short video I scrolled past when I was also in the zone of seeing what was out there. And it just kind of feels like it's all regurgitated stuff. But every now and again, you might find a gem, man, where it's just a guy being himself. Dude, I remember I was like, because I was kind of getting into Twitch streaming for a minute when I felt like I was going to love this game called Dead by Daylight, and then that eventually kind of died pretty quick. But I was looking at smaller Twitch channels, right? And I found this guy, and he's actually pretty successful. I wouldn't consider him small. He had like 1,400 people in there. And dude, it's just his camera, bad camera angle, to be honest. It's like you're looking up at him from his lap, but it's probably just on his desk. And it's like green. It's like night vision, and he's playing like old PS1 games. And I was like, bro, you can't even like quantify this. This is clearly who this guy is. And like, I don't know, he's probably in his 40s or whatnot. And he probably grew up in that era where PS1 games were hype. He's like, bro, I want to play PS1 games. I want to be in the dark. I don't want this bright light on me. Night vision, bro. And I saw that. I'm like, bro, this guy is sick. I wish I could remember his name. Hopefully, if I remember as I'm, putting this video together, maybe I'll add him in there if I can remember. If not, remind me. I'll put it in the comments. I'll go searching for him. I imagine I dropped him a follow on my Twitch account. But dude, it's like, does that make sense? Like, no one could necessarily replicate that, because that to me just kind of came out of who that guy was, and that's just what it is now. And now, then there's like the metagaming where it's like, bro, this worked. Now you might find a kid, right, who's got the night vision, bad camera angle, playing old games, because that's just kind of how we work, right? A lot of us as humans, we see something that works and we're like, oh, replicate. And I don't necessarily think that's bad. Like right now, what am I doing, right? I'm doing COD commentaries. I grew up on COD commentaries. I saw that there's a commentary wave going on of COD again, and I was doing it over Marvel Rivals, but it's like, bro, I'm a little tired of that game. So it is replicative in a sense, for sure, like the formula. But how this comes out, I don't know if you can necessarily replicate someone's video entirely, unless it's like script based. Like if you're asking Chat GPT, like, hey, can you write me a script about this topic, it's going to be probably decently similar. But hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. If you're speaking from the heart, if you're doing what's just natural, you can't replicate that, bro. Like, I don't think you can necessarily replicate like an Amari video. I know I've mentioned him before, and that's like one of the trailblazers of COD commentaries right now. At least in my universe, he's the one I have seen and enjoyed the most, because it seems like just a real guy speaking from his heart. I don't know if he does a script. If he does, he's a good way of speaking it, I suppose. But I don't think so, man. I don't think he is. But that's besides the point, man. I'm just trying to say that if you just kind of do whatever comes natural to you, man, across the board, who are you, bro? Like, what if you love SoundCloud rap and that was your favorite era, but you also love the Dark Sider games. So now your content for a little bit while you're in this little phase is Dark Sider gameplay, talking about SoundCloud. It's like, bro, if that's who you are, just go. And dude, I just feel like as us people, it's weird, right? Because I'm about to argue against this, but I feel like that's the way to go, right? Is to see it from both sides. But I just feel like if you just do you capture you, bro, you can't go wrong. And I know I just said I was going to argue against the point I was going to make. Not going to lie, boys, I don't really remember the point I was going to make. I was on a streak, and then I caught myself a little bit off guard right there. But dude, it's just do whatever comes natural to you. That's really all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. No one can replicate who you are if you're just natural. And yeah, I think you can kind of replicate, but find a part in there that ends up being you. Like, you don't need to see like, oh, this guy's a VTuber and he acts like this. I need to act like that to get to where I'm going, to get to where he's at. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, hopefully this makes sense, but it's like, dude, just be you and think about what I just said, right? Like, I think we've all kind of felt that, like, oh, what made this guy big? And, it's like that. You just can't replicate genuine authenticity, man. Even if the vehicle is similar, it's like, oh, this guy's playing Fortnite, but his personality is this. This guy's clearly playing it up. Do I have to play it up? It's like, bro, I don't know. You could probably just be whoever you are, and your outcome, your true ending will happen. You know what I mean, boys? My bad if I got a little lost in the sauce. It kind of got me thinking where I'm like, bro, that truly is what it is, man. I'm over here like, bro, I'm making good points. But I truly believe that, man. Find your true ending. Your true ending is being genuine, authentic to yourself. No one will know your path besides you, because you're your own unique individual experience. I know I started this video off saying none of us are special. That's true, but that's a deeper thing. We're unique, at least, right? You can't necessarily replicate unless you're a brain rot TikToker, regurgitating headlines that you see. You're an NPC. If you're thinking that, bro, you need to be crop dusted with some mushrooms or something. I don't know what you need, but maybe just find yourself. But yeah, boys, just wanted to ramble about it. Honestly, it was supposed to be positive. I don't know if it came off. I mean, at the end there, it was a little negative with that, right? But just wanted to put it out there, man, that you got this. Be you, man. Be authentic. But thanks for listening to me ramble, boys. Make sure to do something for yourself today. Make sure to do something for someone else today. Regardless, boys, just be yourself. I know that's cheesy, but truly, man, find what you enjoy. Find what you would like to share, bro. What you would send to buddies, or not, but like, you know what I mean? Be who you would be in a group full of homies. And that's how you gotta be, man. Stop stressing out. Thanks for listening to me rant, boys. Make sure to do something for yourself today. Make sure to do something for someone else today. Regardless, we got this. Take care.